Did you know that the way most seniors cook and eat rice could be silently raising their blood sugar and wrecking their gut health every single day? You've done everything right. Cut down on sugar, take your medications on time, try to walk a little more. Yet your numbers barely move, and the bloating, fatigue, or even those stubborn sugar crashes still sneak in. It feels unfair, doesn't it? But here's the surprising truth. It might not be about what you're eating, but how you're eating it, especially when it comes to rice. The one food that's on nearly every senior's plate. In this video, I'm going to reveal 5 science-backed rice hacks that can help lower your blood sugar, reduce belly fat, and improve gut health. These are simple changes, no fancy tools, no new ingredients, just smart tweaks anyone can do starting today. I'm not here to scare you, I'm here to empower you. I've helped thousands of seniors understand their food better and regain control of their health naturally. So if you felt confused or let down by diets before, I promise, this video will give you clarity. Let's get started with the first powerful rice hack that could change how your body handles sugar, possibly forever. Now that you know how powerful rice can be, depending on how it's prepared, let's gently shift into something that most people skip, yet it's one of the easiest changes to make. Secret number 1, soak your rice. Most people rinse their rice quickly and toss it straight into the pot. But here's what they don't realize. That simple habit could be making rice harder to digest and less helpful for your body. When rice isn't soaked, it retains high levels of phytic acid, a natural compound found in the outer layer. While phytic acid isn't dangerous, it acts like a blocker. It binds to essential minerals like calcium, iron, magnesium, and zinc, making them harder for your body to absorb. This is especially challenging for seniors, whose digestion and nutrient absorption naturally slow down with age. Soaking rice, just 30 to 60 minutes in warm water, helps break down that phytic acid. It activates enzymes that soften the grains and release the nutrients inside. The result? A rice that's gentler on your gut, better for your blood sugar, and much easier to digest. I remember Mrs. Susan Miller, a sweet 72-year-old woman who always looked bloated after lunch. She wasn't overeating, she wasn't adding extra sugar. All she did was microwave leftover rice most days. When I asked about her cooking habits, we discovered she had never soaked her rice in her life. I gently encouraged her to try soaking it before cooking. Within a few weeks, the bloating reduced significantly. She even told me her energy after meals improved. That was all from one small change. To do this yourself, start by rinsing your rice 2 to 3 times until the water runs clear. Then soak it in warm water, not hot, for 30 minutes to 1 hour. Avoid soaking longer than 2-3 hours, especially in warmer climates, to prevent bacterial growth. After that, cook it like you normally would. You'll notice the texture changes too. It becomes softer, fluffier, and easier to chew, which is perfect for aging teeth and digestion. This isn't just a cooking tip, it's a health strategy. When you help your gut absorb more nutrients, you give your entire body the building blocks it needs to heal, fight inflammation, and stabilize blood sugar levels. Think of soaking rice like giving your body a head start. And the best part? It costs you nothing but a little time. No supplements, no expensive equipment, just warm water and patience. If you're thinking, can something this simple really help? I understand. I used to be skeptical too. But what I've seen in clinic after clinic is this. It's not always about doing more, but doing it smarter. And this smart habit is one of the easiest places to start. So now that you've seen how soaking rice can transform it into a more digestible, nutrient-packed food, get ready for something even more powerful. Because next, we're diving into a rice hack that doesn't just help with digestion, but actually reduces the blood sugar spike after a meal. Let's talk about cooling rice. Now that you've learned the power of soaking rice, let's take it one step further. This next method is even easier, and you don't have to change how you cook rice at all. Secret number 2, add vinegar. Yes, I'm talking about vinegar, just a spoonful, right into the rice water before cooking. It sounds too simple to matter, but believe me, the science behind it is powerful. Let me explain. Vinegar contains something called acetic acid. This natural compound slows down how quickly your stomach breaks down and absorbs carbohydrates. And when carbs break down more slowly, your blood sugar rises more gradually, giving your body more time to process it. This helps avoid those dangerous sugar spikes that make you feel tired, bloated, or dizzy after meals. In fact, a well-respected study from Johns Hopkins University found that adding vinegar to rice can reduce its glycemic index, that's the measurement of how fast a food raises your blood sugar, by up to 31%. That's a huge impact from such a tiny change. Now, here's how to do it. Before you hit the cook button on your rice cooker or put your pot on the stove, simply add 1 tablespoon of natural fermented vinegar, like apple cider vinegar or brown rice vinegar, into the water with your rice. Mix it gently, then cook as usual. And no, your rice won't taste like salad dressing. The vinegar scent and flavor disappear during cooking. What you're left with is the same delicious rice, just much better for your blood sugar and easier on your digestion. One of my favorite patient stories is Mr. Jerry Thompson, a 67-year-old retired mechanic. He came to me with borderline diabetes. His fasting blood sugar hovered around 125 minimum/DL, and he was terrified of going on insulin. We started with small changes. One of them was adding a spoonful of vinegar to his rice every day. Just that. No crash diets, no intense workouts. 2 months later, his blood sugar had dropped to 98 milligrams per liter. He called it his miracle spoon. But really, it wasn't a miracle. It was science in action. Now, a word of caution: if you have a sensitive stomach or acid reflux, start with half a tablespoon or even a teaspoon. Natural vinegar is gentler than synthetic versions, which can irritate your gut lining. So always look for raw, unfiltered, and fermented vinegar. Those are the ones with real health benefits. It's amazing how this small tweak can do so much. Seniors often think they have to overhaul their whole diet to see change. But sometimes one small, intentional change done consistently is the real breakthrough. When you know the why behind your food choices, you begin to feel empowered instead of overwhelmed. You're no longer guessing. You're taking action with confidence. And if you've ever felt like you're losing control of your health, let me remind you, you're not. Every spoonful you eat is a new opportunity to support your body. 1 spoon of vinegar today could mean more stable energy, better sleep, and a sharper mind tomorrow. Now that you've learned how to lower the glycemic impact of rice with just 1 tablespoon, get ready, because the next rice hack can actually turn leftover rice into a blood sugar-friendly superfood. You've now learned how soaking rice and adding vinegar can make a big difference. But what if I told you there's a way to turn your daily rice bowl into a powerful heart and blood sugar protector? Just by adding 1 humble ingredient. Secret number 3, the oatmeal golden ratio. Let's talk about oatmeal. Yes, the breakfast classic. Most of us think of it as something you eat with fruit in the morning, but few people know how powerful oatmeal becomes when paired with rice. Here's why. Oatmeal is rich in beta-glucan, a special kind of soluble fiber. Think of beta-glucan as a natural sponge. It soaks up bad cholesterol, LDL, in your digestive system and helps flush it out before it enters your bloodstream. That's already amazing for heart health, but it gets even better. Beta-glucan also slows down the digestion of carbohydrates. That means when you mix oatmeal with rice, your body absorbs the starch from rice more slowly, helping you avoid those sharp blood sugar spikes that leave you feeling tired, dizzy, or hungry again too soon. A landmark study from the National Institutes of Health found that when rice is mixed with just 5 to 7% oatmeal, the blood sugar response after meals drops by up to 43%. That's almost half, and all from a spoonful or 2 of this gentle, affordable grain. Let me introduce you to Mrs. Dorothy Smith, a 75-year-old retired nurse with high cholesterol and early-stage diabetes. She had tried everything: oat bran supplements, statins, green juices, but nothing seemed to stick. One day, we tried something unconventional. Instead of changing her meals entirely, we tweaked them. I told her to mix just 1 teaspoon of oatmeal into her cup of rice when cooking. At first, she was skeptical. She said, "Won't that taste weird?" But within weeks, her post-meal sugar crashes became less frequent. Her next lab results showed her LDL cholesterol had dropped and her fasting blood sugar was more stable. "That tiny spoon did more than all the pills I've taken," she told me with a smile. Here's how to do it yourself. Use your regular rice measurement, let's say 1 cup of rice, about 150 grams. Add 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of rolled oats or steel-cut oats, not instant, before cooking. This is what we call the golden ratio, roughly 5% to 7% oats to rice. Mix them well with the rice and water and cook as usual. Don't go overboard. While oatmeal is healthy, too much fiber at once, especially for seniors, can lead to bloating, gas, or indigestion. That's why we stick to this small, effective ratio. And one important note, if you have chronic kidney disease or are on dialysis, please consult your doctor before adding oatmeal. While oats are rich in fiber, they also contain phosphorus and potassium, which can be tricky for people with kidney issues. This simple hack isn't just about food, it's about reclaiming control. It's the idea that you don't need to give up comfort foods or buy expensive health products, you just need to be intentional. Your rice, your way, smarter, not stricter. And that's what I love most about this tip. It reminds us that healing doesn't have to be hard. Sometimes it starts with a single spoonful of something you already have in your kitchen. Now that you know how to turn your rice into a heart and blood sugar-friendly dish with oats, get ready, because the next hack will completely change how you treat leftover rice. And trust me, cooling your rice could be the most powerful trick yet. So far, we've explored how soaking, vinegar, and oatmeal can quietly but powerfully shift your health. But now, let's look at something golden. Literally. It's bright, warm, and sits quietly in most kitchen cabinets, yet many seniors have no idea how much healing it holds. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any future tips on managing blood sugar naturally. And if you have any questions or something you're struggling with, drop a comment below. I read every one, and I'm here to help. Secret number 4, turmeric power. Turmeric. You've likely heard of it in curry recipes or seen it in the spice aisle. But this golden powder is far more than just flavor. It's a natural insulin helper. The magic of turmeric lies in curcumin, its active compound. Curcumin is a strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent. But more importantly for you and me, it helps improve insulin sensitivity. That means your body becomes better at using the insulin it produces, which in turn helps keep blood sugar from swinging wildly after meals. According to a 10-year study by the National Institutes of Health, people who consumed turmeric regularly saw a 23% improvement in insulin resistance. That's nearly as effective as some diabetes medications without the side effects. And when it comes to protecting your gut health, turmeric also supports healthy digestion and calms inflammation in the intestines. It's a triple win. I'll never forget one of my patients, Mrs. Helen Clark, a 69-year-old retired librarian. She loved food but hated pills. Her blood sugar was creeping higher each year, and she was already on 2 medications. We started with one change. She began sprinkling a pinch of turmeric onto her warm rice every day. At first, she wasn't sure about the taste. So we started small, just a little dusting. But within 3 months, her post-meal sugars became more stable. At her next checkup, we were able to lower one of her medications. She looked at me with tears and said, "I didn't think something so simple could make this much difference." Here's how to use it. After your rice is cooked and still warm, sprinkle 1 to 2 small pinches of pure turmeric powder and stir it in. Start with less if you're not used to the taste. Make sure to use pure turmeric powder, not curry powder, which often has added salt, preservatives, and other spices that may not help your condition. Important note, if you have gallbladder issues, are taking blood thinners, or have certain health conditions, please consult your doctor before using turmeric daily. Though natural, it's still powerful and can interact with medications. Turmeric doesn't just help with blood sugar, it brings a sense of empowerment. For many seniors, managing diabetes can feel like giving things up. No sugar, no fun, no flavor. But turmeric shows us that you can add, not just subtract. You can enjoy rich flavor and better health in the same spoonful. And maybe that's the most beautiful part of all. You don't need to chase down fancy supplements or complex diets. You can start with what's already in your spice drawer, used intentionally with purpose. Now that you've seen how a tiny pinch of turmeric can support insulin sensitivity and calm your gut, get ready for the final and most surprising rice hack yet. A method that transforms cold rice into a natural blood sugar shield. We've come a long way. Soaking, vinegar, oats, turmeric. Each one builds on the last. But now, we've reached the final rice hack, and it might just be the most unexpected of them all. Secret number 5. Cool and reheat. Yes, something as simple as letting your rice cool after cooking, just for a little while, can transform it into a completely different kind of food. And for seniors, this small step can mean major progress for both blood sugar and gut health. Here's what happens. When you cool freshly cooked rice for about 30 minutes to an hour, something special occurs in its structure. The starches begin to change. The regular starch turns into what's called resistant starch. Resistant starch doesn't get digested in the stomach or small intestine like normal carbs. Instead, it travels to your large intestine, where it feeds the good bacteria in your gut. This not only improves digestion and reduces bloating, but also supports a stronger immune system, which, as we age, becomes more and more important. But here's where it gets even more interesting. An Oxford University study found that by simply cooling and reheating rice, the level of resistant starch can increase by up to 18%. That's a big shift, especially when you're looking to balance blood sugar without cutting rice completely out of your life. Let me tell you about Mr. Donald Robinson, a 74-year-old grandfather who came to me frustrated with constant bloating, irregular digestion, and rising blood sugar, despite taking his medications and trying to eat healthy. He told me, "Doc, I've done everything. I even stopped eating rice, but I still feel awful." Instead of removing rice, we flipped the script. I taught him how to cook his rice, then let it cool for 30-60 minutes with the lid open, then reheat it gently before eating. He did this 3 times a week, mixing it with fiber-rich veggies and a little protein. A month later, Mr. Robinson walked into my office smiling. His digestion had dramatically improved. No more painful bloating and regular bowel movements for the first time in years. Even his blood sugar was more stable after meals. "I feel lighter," he said. "And all I did was cool my rice?" Here's how you can do it too. After your rice finishes cooking, turn off the heat and open the lid. Let it cool for about 30 to 60 minutes. If you're in a hot climate, avoid letting it sit longer than an hour to prevent bacteria growth. You can then reheat it gently before serving, or refrigerate it for up to 1-2 days and reheat later. Don't microwave it at high power. That can destroy some of the resistant starch. Instead, warm it slowly on the stove or at low power in the microwave. This hack isn't just about science, it's about possibility. Many seniors are told their best days are behind them, but small steps like this prove that health can still improve at any age. Think about that. By simply changing the temperature of your rice, you're feeding your gut, balancing your blood sugar, and protecting your body's ability to heal itself. No pills, no diets, just a little patience and intention. And perhaps the most beautiful part, you're not removing anything. You're keeping your favorite food, just treating it better, and in return, it treats you better too. Now that you've seen all 5 rice hacks, each one simple, science-backed, and senior-friendly, let's bring everything together in the final part of this video. And trust me, the conclusion may be the most important message you hear today. Sometimes, it's not about doing more, it's about doing things differently. And today, you've learned 5 small, powerful ways to turn a simple bowl of rice into a tool for healing. If you've made it this far, I want you to pause for a second and remember this. Your body hasn't given up on you. Every small effort you make, every intentional bite, is a message to your body that you're ready to support it, that you're still in the fight. These rice hacks aren't fads. They're not about restriction or fear. They're quiet, science-backed choices that respect your age, your wisdom, and your needs. Soak your rice. Add vinegar. Stir in a spoonful of oatmeal. Sprinkle turmeric. Cool and reheat. Each step is simple, but together, they speak volumes to your blood sugar, your gut, and your future health. I still think of Mr. Robert Jones, the kind man who unknowingly sparked my search for better answers. His passing wasn't the end of a story. It was the beginning of this mission. I carry his memory into every video, so no one else feels helpless, confused, or out of options. So please, pick one hack and try it today, then another next week. You don't have to change everything overnight. Just change one thing on your plate, with love and patience. And if this video gave you even one new insight, I invite you to subscribe and join our growing family here at Senior Fit Nation. Your support helps us reach more people who need this hope. In our next video, I'll reveal one simple ingredient, often forgotten, that may hold the key to calming chronic inflammation, a hidden factor in many age illnesses. Until then, keep eating with purpose, keep believing in progress, and as always, stay strong, stay curious, and take good care of yourself. We're in this together. Thank you for watching our video today. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and subscribe button to support us. We truly appreciate you support, and it will motivate us to continue make more information video to help you all. Thank you, and goodbye.